Okay, so here's 3 simple tips to improve success on your viewings. 1, in the initial qualification. Now this is not about going through the buyer's price, budget, finance, and so on. I'm going a bit deeper and asking, okay, where do they live now? Because we can build a picture of what that client profile is, and also what have they seen already and why they didn't go for that property. You can then maybe find out a bit more. Maybe they weren't prepared at the time. Maybe they just missed out. It kind of suggests how motivated this buyer is. Or it can lead us into then they've not actually seen anything in the area yet, and then that can push you to try and get that client, that buyer, to work with you on an exclusive basis. We'll do some more training on that at another point. Number 2, ability to pivot. And what I mean by pivot is pivot on the viewing to be able to show them multiple options, not just the one that they've inquired on, or be able to adapt that if they suddenly change their requirements on the viewing, maybe be a bit more forthcoming with their budget. Maybe suddenly they said that you've got a 5 million dirham budget and now they say they maybe go up to 6. If you've only just listened to them and not been able in the background, and what I mean by that is prior to the viewing taking place, this is where becoming a specialist in the building or a community pays off, because you should be doing them just listed calls. That's where we call all the sellers in that area that have got similar types of properties, all the 2 beds in that building, or the 3-bed villas, that we're out with the buyer at the weekend, can we open it up to yours? So that when Mr. or Mrs. Jones are on the viewing with us and they suddenly say, actually, we can afford a sea view, or actually we can afford one that's park backing, we're able to actually have that ready. Because what will happen is, and I've seen it so many times, is we only show them maybe 1, maybe 2 options. They've come from an hour's journey to be there. If you're not able to show them a lot, they ask what's next and there's nothing. Trust me, they're going on the websites of all the property advertisements and calling a lot of other agents saying they're in the area, what can you show me? And that is the last thing that we want to do. We want to be able to offer every option, or as much as we can in the market, to provide that value to the buyer and not lose them to another agency. And lastly, avoid leaving the viewing as open-ended as possible. And what I mean by that is try not to let the buyer walk away saying they're going to get back to you and think about it without actually having really constructive feedback for that seller, okay? And try and work out the psychology of the buyer as to why they're liking it or why they're not. So if you sense that they are, the body language is there, you can probably see them. Ask them these questions. I heard Charlie Bannon talk about it. Can you see yourself living here? Really simple question. Does the furniture fit? Are we in the right location to walking distance to the pool? These important things that you said to me, or everything in that initial qualification that you said was important, ABC, I believe this has ABC. So definitely do that. Or if you sense they're not enjoying the viewing experience or they don't particularly like the property, vocalize that. Say, I sense that this might not be the one for you, okay? The buyer might be nervous or apprehensive about actually being honest with you. You vocalize it. It's your responsibility to do that, and it's completely fine. I would rather view 4 or 5 things and tell them, work out what's not for them, so that it helps me build a better picture of what they do want. So when I find that for you, go on that journey with them, you'll hopefully lead to a better viewing improvement in the future. So yeah, try these 3 tips and I'm confident you'll have better success on your viewings.